Hello everybody, this is Dr. Kari here and I am in my outdoor studio. Once again, I wanted to talk to you about this situation with the coronavirus. What is the coronavirus and how can you protect yourself? This is in the news every day. We're hearing about it and so many people have so much concern about it. So I wanted to reach out to you and remind you the best things that you can do to keep yourself healthy and to protect you. So the coronavirus, the reason that the coronavirus is such a scare right now is because that it's an unknown entity. It's new, and so the health professionals started seeing this thing. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know how it reacted. They didn't know how it spread, and that created a lot of not hype, but a lot of concern. And so, it's now been around for a little while. We're getting to know a little bit more about it. It looks like, to put it in perspective, in an average year throughout the world, 250,000 to 650,000 people die from the flu. And the coronavirus, so far, the last time I looked, as of yesterday, there was like 90,000 people that they counted as being infected, and there were about 3,000 deaths. Now, when you do the math on the number of people that have gotten the flu versus the number of deaths, and then the number of people that they know have gotten the coronavirus and the number of deaths, it looked like the coronavirus had a higher death rate. However, what we're finding is that about 80% of the cases of the coronavirus are super mild, and people don't even know that they really have it. So we're starting to begin to wonder if this has been around and affecting more people, and it just hasn't been severe. So they haven't been counted. So that the overall death rate from the virus is most likely going to be a lot lower than what initially was indicated. That said, in general, we want to do things to take care of ourselves. But one of the things that really tanks our immune system, right? People keep coming into me saying, how can I keep my immune system strong? One of the things that really tanks the immune system is stress. And so if we go into a lot of fear around the virus, that puts us into a stress state. That stress state produces hormones that suppress the immune function. Look at, if our stress system is designed to respond to immediate threats. So if you are out, in the bush and you are being chased by a tiger, you need your resources to go towards your limbs, towards your brain, so that your body can either fight or get away from the threat. But at that moment, the body doesn't really care whether or not it's fighting a cold or a flu, because there's something that's more dangerous for it, right? And so the resources go away from the immune system. So if we're living in chronic stress, or we're going into a fear state around the virus, we are dropping our body's ability to handle any immune challenges that come along. Now, in my 20 years of experience of working with bodies, I really think that immune challenges have much more to do with a vibratory match. We now know in physics, in science, that everything has a vibration. And from my experience, we don't contract things that we don't have a vibratory match with. So in other words, the coronavirus will have a certain vibration. Your body will have a certain vibration. If those vibrations match up, then you're a good host for that virus. But if you keep your vibration at its highest, then most likely you're not going to vibrate at a level that makes you a good host for the virus, so you're not going to get it. That's why some people will get it and other people won't get it, right? So the best things that you can do to take care of yourself are things that keep your vibration high. Now, a lot of people are asking about supplements. Supplements can provide the nutrients the body needs to keep the immune system at a higher vibration. That's true, but there's not one fix for all. So it's really hard to make a specific supplement recommendation that's good for everybody. It's a much better choice to make sure that we're eating a diet that is loaded with nutrition, free of chemicals, and we are eating in a way where our body is getting a variety of nutrients, so our body can take from what we're eating what it needs. Yeah. Um, we want to make sure that we're getting enough sleep. When our melatonin levels go down, our cortisol levels, one of the stress hormones that will suppress the immune function, go up. So we want to make sure that we're getting enough sleep. We want to make sure that we are getting, enjoying our life. They've done studies that show that if we can get like a dramatic upset to our system, and our immune system will immediately go down. And then if we add in things to our experience that are joy making and happy and make us feel good, our immune system will go back up. So we want to be doing things. Now's not the time to be going out and watching your slasher films. You want to be watching things that are comedies and things that uplift you. And, because things happen in life. We can have events that come into our life that do create stress. Our job is to make sure that the stress doesn't stay. So like yesterday, I had a really stressful thing happen. Something that I haven't in my 20 years of practice ever had happen. So after work, I went out and I did a walking meditation, and I came home and I did another meditation that I called Let Go, and that's where I just let my body kind of unwind whatever it needed to. I took steps to make sure that I was doing things to bring my stress level back down. I took some herbs that have a calming effect on the body so that I could get a good night's sleep, right? So our jobs are to make sure we're getting good nutrition, are to manage our stress responses and make sure we're not getting stuck in a chronic stress response, to make sure that we're, not drinking too much right now, that creates stress on the system, not eating too much sugar, that creates stress on the system, and generally taking good care of ourselves. That is the number one best thing we can do for our immune system. Now, there are some herbs that have a upregulating effect on the immune system, but again, they're going to be good for some people and not for others. If you have some sort of an autoimmune disorder, you're going to want to talk to your doctor about it. But MediHerb, a company I love, makes a great product called Echinacea Premium, and it's really, really lovely for supporting the immune system when we need that extra support, especially if we're somebody who's traveling and we're getting exposed to a lot in those, little contained environments of recycled air. You could take 2 Echinacea Premium twice a day. Echinacea Premium has to be sold by a healthcare provider. So in order for you to get it, you'll have to check in with either the office, or if you're not a client of mine, maybe your chiropractor works with MediHerb or somebody local. That said, what we also want to do, what's the difference between getting a cold or a virus and having it turn into pneumonia, has a lot to do with our body's ability to handle the detoxification process. So when we get sick, the immune response we have, the phlegm and all of that, that's good. We want our body to have a healthy immune response to a bug. It's when the immune response gets gunked up in our system and isn't able to get flushed out of our system that it gets backed up. There is so much in the herbal kingdom that we can do to support that healthy immune response. So if you're a client of mine and you'd like to have on hand some stuff just to give your mind some peace of mind that if you get a cold or a flu, you have some stuff to take, please reach out to the office and we can put together a little package for you. I have, many of you that are clients, I've already given you a handout that it tells you what to do if you're getting the first signs of a cold and flu. When we feel run down is the time to start really making sure we take care of ourselves when we're in a stress state. So like yesterday, I was in a stress state. I went for a walk outside instead of going to the gym. So if you know you're under a lot of stress, you may not want to go to big gatherings at that time where there's a lot of exposure and a lot of chance for you to hook into that vibratory pattern of some sort of an immune challenge, right? Does all of this make sense? So these are the things you want to do. You want to take really good care of yourself. Make sure you're eating a balanced diet. Now, I gotta say one thing here. Right now in the LA area, intermittent fasting is sort of a big craze. Now's not the time to do intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting raises cortisol levels. I suspected it when I learned about it. I am now seeing it on lab tests. Those people that are coming in that are intermittent fasting, they're eating only a certain number of hours a day, their morning cortisol levels are very high. So this is not the time to do that. You want to do a 10-14 right now, 10 hours of eating, 14 not. that's fine. But anything more than that, you're creating stress hormones. So please don't do intermittent fasting right now. It's not the time to do that. Your immune system doesn't need the elevated cortisol levels at this moment in time. That said, so we want to be eating in a balanced way. We want to be eating nutrient-dense food. We want to be taking out the excess sugar, the excess alcohol, not doing a ton of fried foods right now. So just the basic good eating. I outlined it in my book, The Food Solution. Welcome to get a copy if you need some reminders on that stuff. We want to be getting enough sleep, and when we do have a stressful situation, we want to be doing something. We want to be moving our bodies. We want to be, taking a hot bath, doing things to bring those cortisol levels back down. Maybe taking some herbs that have a relaxing effect on the body to bring those cortisol levels back down. And then when we are in a weakened state, maybe we stay away from the places where the crowds gather. So if you do get any kind of cold, flu, virus, then know that there is a lot that we can do to support you with that. You do not have to get through it alone. And know that I am always here, happy to support you. Zoom sessions are available. So let's just say the virus comes this way and you're concerned about coming into the office. Set up a Zoom session. We'll get the stuff FedExed off to you or sent off to you, as fast as we can. And I'm always here to support you and help you. And remember, if you are stuck in the fear state around this virus, then come in or do a Zoom session and let's neutralize that fear. As you know, I do a lot of work in my practice getting our bodies out of our brains, out of those loops that we can get stuck in that emotional level. It's probably hooking into something from your past, and we can really help free that up for you. So take good care of yourself and get yourself out of those stress states, and you'll do fine. Sending you so much love. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and ask them. You can go to my Facebook page, Dr. Kari for Health. You can ask them there. Happy to answer them. And looking forward to continuing to support you. We have interrupted the perimenopausal hormone series to get this out to you. That will be coming out next week. I do my best not to overload your inboxes with information, but I felt this one was super important. Sending you all so much love.